What I wanted to show you on the CircuitPython Parsec today is how to create a splash screen for your game. This is running in CircuitPython on a Feather board, and I'm using my favorite little display here, this sharp memory display. Now this is a 1-bit display, so we're going to need to use black and white art, but that doesn't mean you can't approximate shading using some dithered graphics, and we'll actually dive a little more into dithering in the future. But what I've got going on right now, if I reset this board, what I'm going to do is just in my REPL, hit Control-C, Control-D, I'm going to see it restart, and right when it starts, we get our splash screen. So this says Spyce Invaders. And then in this case, we're not going to any menus yet. That'll be coming, but this just drops us right into the game. The game is pretty hard to lose right now. All you got to do is shoot the ship and it explodes. So the way this works, and I'll go ahead and reset that so that graphic is up there. The way this works, in the main imports of the code, I've got display IO and frame buffer IO, which are how we're drawing to the screen. I set up my frame buffer. In this case, it's the 400 by 240 display. And then I'm creating a group to contain the display IO group, which is going to show the splash screen. I'm calling it splash group. In it, I create an object called splash bitmap by using display IO on disk bitmap, and then I'm pointing at a BMP file, a black and white BMP file that I have saved on the CircuitPy drive. And then we create the splash tile using tile grid, and then point to that bitmap we've created using the pixel shader from that bitmap. Then we append that, that splash tile to the splash group, and then display the splash group up to the display root group, which is just the hierarchy of display parts. Then you'll see I've got a 10-second sleep here, and then we move on. So nothing fancy. This is not in the main loop of the program. Instead, we do some of our setup. We just show this graphic, and then we move on with life and do the initialization of our gamepad and so on. So you can kind of place this anywhere you want before the main loop, because we're only going to display this right now at startup. So if I go ahead and restart this, you'll see the BMP gets grabbed, displayed. It all happens pretty quickly, and then after a timeout, it'll go back into the game. In the future, we can set that up so that you can move past that with something like the start button. But right now, we've just got a splash screen that shows up on its own and disappears to let you play the game. And that is how you can create a very simple splash screen using a BMP file inside of CircuitPython. And that is your CircuitPython Parsec.